Got another topic for us here,
What's
and
up?
I feel that you have some great takes on this right here.
Okay.
There was a train derailment, right? 7 ecological disasters in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We are under attack, and I'm gonna pull this up on the screen here.
First they come with the balloon.
Jesus Christ. All right. And the phone number is on the screen here. I'm going to make the phone number a little bit smaller. If y'all want to tap in on the conversation, feel free. Numbers on the screen here. I changed the number. I had the wrong number on the screen before. 563-999-3479. So what do I have here up on the screen? Let's see here. No evidence of foul play in Ohio train derailment. Other incidents mentioned in Facebook post. So, the derailment of a train carrying toxic chemicals in East Palestine, Ohio, combined with other accidents around the country, have some social media users claiming there are acts of ecological sabotage. Sabotage. It's a sabotage. Let me make sure this is a little bit more
Because the company knew they weren't supposed to do that.
Right now, on February 3rd, dozens of cars on Norfolk Southern Railway train derailed a small town near Ohio's northwest border with Pennsylvania. Fearful that 5 cars containing vinyl chloride would explode, officials decided to release and burn the chemicals, sending plumes of black smoke into the air and leaving residents concerned about their long-term effects on their health. That wasn't the only incident involving a train or toxic chemicals this month that we found no evidence of them, including the East Palestine were acts of sabotage. So there's something that happened over in Ohio and then also in East Sabotage. 7 ecological disasters in less than 2 weeks. The ramifications still impact Americans' food, water, and health for decades to come. Read the text and listen. This is now. Remember, there was also Flint, right, with the water in Flint,
And they overlooked that.
Yeah, they're still dealing with that now.
Yep.
Right, and this is the train derailment above us here. Yo, that's mud. So they burnt the chemicals in it, and the chemical, the smoke that's going into the neighborhoods and stuff like that around, are basically going into the lungs,
water,
into the people's lungs.
Now, and do you know where it's spreading to?
Talk to me.
Everywhere.
So it's coming up north. It's going down south.
It's
everywhere.
already hit. It's hitting Ontario right now. All right. It's hitting Ontario right now. So while motherfuckers is out here concerned about bullshit, y'all should be concerned about what kind of drinking water you're gonna be drinking soon. You should be more concerned about getting your food supplies up. You know what I mean? Canned goods, whatever, pastas, whatever you gotta get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Start making a barrel for yourself and your family, because it's about to get real. All right, they hit us with the vid just to warm it up, just to see if we would jump. They noticed. I'll be real. They noticed a lot of black people didn't jump. All right, maybe the old school blacks did because sorry, they come from a different generation than us. Yeah, they're fight the power, but we're on some take it over shit. So we're not listening to nobody. Can't get us to jump to take nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they started us off with that. Now they're like, okay, how do we infiltrate people and show them in a war kind of sense, right? Like if it was a art of war, this would be like the last step.
The chemical warfare.
And beyond. Mind, body, soul. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me ask you something about this incident.
Yeah. No. I was going there. I'm on it.
Let me ask you something about this.
Yeah.
Do you think that this derailment in any way could be a planned derailment? Like they made this plane derail on purpose? Like it's a cargo train, right? Or train, I mean. This is a cargo train. So it's not like a passenger train with a bunch of people on it. So it's not like you're worried about a bunch of lives being taken on the train, right? And this is me going down the conspiracy.
No,
hole now, right?
I'm taking you in.
Right?
Taking you in.
with all of this chemical warfare that we're talking about right now, you could derail a train on purpose.
Yeah.
And now quote unquote do the things that you need to do to stop any type of explosions and stuff like that. And in that, because you're trying to do a good deed, what you just explained ends up happening, right?
Yeah.
However, if it's done on purpose, then it's all part of the plan. You know what I'm saying? But it makes it we tried to stop this, so we had to burn it.
Yeah, but it's the okay. The part about that, if it's on purpose, right? It's the on purpose wouldn't be in such a little rural town like this. Yes, no one would see you. Yes, you don't have to go through so much inspections if you were going through New York to do it, right? There'd be probably more cameras on you, and you know what I mean? On the train.
There's way more room to investigate stuff. If you do it in a big city, like the fix is more obvious.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you can blow up some shit at a big city, okay? But from what you explained right now, how it's affecting other places already, then mission accomplished. You didn't need to blow it up in New York. You blow it up in Ohio, and New York will get the effects in a few days.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying, right? So even if it was on purpose or it was a mistake, it still happened. You kind of see what I'm saying?
On purpose.
On purpose? Then if it happened on purpose, wouldn't it have been better that it just blew up?
That's the thing. We tried to, and this is me, again, I'm going to preface, this is me down the conspiracy hole, right?
Yeah.
We tried to, but with us trying to help the problem, unfortunately, yes, some side effects had to happen, but we tried to fix the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If we didn't try to fix the problem, now we look negligent. You know what I'm saying? And that makes it more suspicious.
Okay. Now, let's just say you worked for the company that had to go and now diffuse this before it explodes, right?
Right.
What the you're just a regular civilian. In who the hell is coming to you and saying, yeah, we're going to hire you today. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is your job.
Out a fire.
This is your job because
we're create a fire.
We already going to do this. This is being created, but you're going to do this. This is your job. And you knowing that this job is going to spread.
Well, that's not how conspiracies work, my G.
No, I'm not going into. I'm going into now the common sense way.
Yeah.
Of thinking. Like, let's think literal.
Because you're saying that you have to put somebody else in on the plan.
Yeah. So, are you going to kill the world? Are you going to be responsible for killing the world?
I'm saying.
Are you going to be responsible for if you have a chance to say, I can go to the washroom and slip away from this job today, that I'm done. Are you going to go now and shoot down this thing for the amount of
No, you're not in on it. The powers that be, quote unquote, that's planning this chemical warfare.
So
they know the steps that's going to happen. Somebody needs to go and make a fire.
Yeah.
So that
knows nothing. That knows nothing of what we're doing.
The reaction usually, it's like playing chess. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know when you make this move, then this move is going to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're anticipating 2 moves ahead.
Yeah.
So you know if I derail a train with all of this vinyl gas in it or whatever, vinyl chemical in it.
Yeah.
The automatic reaction, usually the people in the neighborhood or the fire departments or whoever handled making this a flammable, putting this on fire in the first place, the reaction usually would be, let's put it on fire because of the fact that we don't want this to explode. Right?
Yeah.
And when they do put it on fire, those gases will have a long-lasting effect. Right?
Yeah.
So if you're the person who's planning it, you're not letting in the person in on who's going to make the fire. You're just letting the shit derail.
Yeah.
And now watching everything else play out.
Okay. Okay.
With all these players who have no idea that there's a plan going on.
Okay, so what do you think now? Where does this chemical come from? Does it come from China? Where does it come from? Where's it made?
It's their own stuff. This is American stuff.
This is American stuff.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Right there. This is just. I just think it was a honky tonk move. Like, you know what I mean?
Like they just messed up.
They just messed up, my guy. Because they've probably done this
I'm surprised that you feel Dusty Wallace,
Yeah.
aka Scary Potter,
Yeah.
aka Conspiracy Dusty,
Theorist.
aka what did somebody call you the other day? Dusty Sebi.
And I got a Dusty Rogan.
Dusty Rogan
You know what I mean?
believes that these guys just messed up, and I'm wearing the tinfoil baseball cap
Yeah,
today.
yeah. Some because that's because you got to understand that's just a distraction.
Interesting.
That's just a distraction, guys. Right? Yeah, they're gonna have us now in panic of water. Right? That's the whole point. I'm not worried about who did it, why did it. It happened. All right? This is something that if it was a conspiracy theory part, we would already have been 10 steps ahead back 2 weeks ago and been like, so what if a train had this and this and this on it and now it blew up? And then 10 years goes by and that never happens. That's mostly what happens with the conspiracy theories type side of shit.
Right.
Now, this is real life reality. We're living in the now. This is when I go, okay, it's happening now. So the conspiracy side already comes to fruition, family. So I'm not going to be sitting here tangling up my head about, oh, how did this happen? Like, da-da-da-da-da. Nah, nigga. It could have been a oopsie daisy and it happened. Now they had this idiot, whoever did it, you know what I'm saying? Is like, shit, I done killed the whole flipping world.
Like,
Oopsie daisy, I'm about to kill the whole world. Now what you got to be scared of is now they're going to come to us and say, how do we even know that there was something even on there? For real. Yeah, the water is being all little. For all that, you know, they sent that through already the companies, like the factories that make water. You know what I mean? The plants that do water. They just put it in there anyways. So I'm just saying, like, there's always a distraction. So that's the distraction to me. So I'm not sitting here now trying to think of the conspiracy side of why they were driving, like why they're running a train through the middle of some rural town in Ohio. Right? No, nigga fell asleep. Nigga fell asleep and shit derailed, and he's like, holy smoky, there's this thing on here.
I just helped destroy part of the country,
but which is still spreading to another country. So now what they're gonna do to us now is we're gonna be in a turmoil of water. They start with the water, fam.
So why is that not planned then? If they're going trying to get at our water,
they're gonna get, but they're already because that was the easiest thing. Now that just happened. It just happened. Even if you want to think of it as a conspiracy way, the fact that it's happened is now the part where most of us Western people, we don't know what to fucking do. We're gonna panic.
Yeah.
Right? So instead of most people are 10 steps behind right now. We're 10 steps ahead by thinking, okay, telling our people in the comment gang, yo, stock up on the waters now. You know what I mean? Boil your water if you're in your home.
You might have to boil the water that comes out of the bottles even.
Do the necessary process, the process that you got to take now, because what they're doing is it's a viral thing they're going to do. All it is just like, it's a cancer or something they're giving out through the water.
Yeah, because like these, you know how you have those Polish Spring and all these different types of water that's supposed to be coming from the Everglades and different places. Now them places ain't safe because they've been contaminated by stupid mistakes or like plans like this.
Yeah, whether it's a plan or a mistake, it's happened. So now prevention is better than a cure.
That's what my mom used to say.
Right? So what? Instead of like, you know, everybody wilding out like, yo, train derailed. How did that happen? You know what I mean? Nah, nigga, it happened. Let's go from here now. Now the next conspiracy theory is really what's next, right? So that's what's building up.
Well, they said in this article that there's 7 disasters in a space of like a set of weeks, right? Because this is the one that happened over here, right? Or not over here, but in North America, over there in down south. But there's one that also happened. They say 7 ecological disasters in less than 2 weeks. There's another one,
and it's from a certain company, right?
I don't know if their companies are connected. Okay, so the image is a screenshot of the February 16th tweet of the city's 5 train derailment. Okay, that's that one. There's another one that I've seen that they have in Denmark that they were talking about, right? Okay, so here's a list. February 1st, freight train that went off the tracks in Talladega County, Alabama. One of the 4 cars that derailed was leaking limestone slurry, but officials said there was no danger or hazardous material threat. On the 4th, a commuter train with 100 passengers on board came off the tracks near Philadelphia. No one was injured. Crews found and repaired the piece of broken track. There was no reports of injuries, leaks, or spills after a minor derailment in something South Carolina, February 13th. The cars in the Union derailed. Yo, fam, this is a lot of.
Can I be real?
Fam.
This is the ancestors that are fucking with them because it's not their land, bro.
And somebody made those tracks too. Multiple ancestors are from different countries are pissed.
Are pissed, and that's why nothing work for them right now. That's what I see. You know what I mean? You notice it doesn't, like, okay, granted, it could be running through a lot of black communities, but this seems like Talladega County, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's
Talladega.
a lot of, yeah, like, this is different, man. You notice it's going on only trains. This is happening to, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, remember, we got this, and somebody said in the comment, gang, that the train, this one over here in Ohio, was coming from over up top over here from Canada.
Yeah, because it passed through where, like, Manitoba or one of them places there. Crazy. So it was probably already leaking from then or some shit. Who knows?
Jeez.
That's what I'm saying. Well, then you know what? It could be planned. It could be planned. They're like, all right, in Ohio, we just crash the shit because we're right in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
And we just like, yeah. And that's
that's wild.
And it could be on it. You know what, bro? It could be them. It could honestly just be America doing it to America.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yo,
fam,
population control.
Just took the words right out of my mouth. Pause. You know what I'm
You
saying?
already know.
Population control, fam. They're doing it in other countries.
Yes, they are.
Right? They got in China, like, you're not allowed to have a certain amount of kids and stuff like that. And
yeah, but that's
all them type of thing.
But that's a bit different. They're not killing. They're locking you down and doing weirder shit. But like, they're like trying to like slowly
they're
kill.
doing sneaky, bro.
Yeah, they're doing it slowly and
you know what I'm saying?
We love hip hop.